Senator Cantwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think the witnesses, today's hearing has already been sobering and also illuminating about what a better path forward is. Sobering because you're talking about the costs that we still are being impacted by. And I think the first thing to remember is that we're still at a 30% tariff right now on many products. And so that is costing us. I think with all the happy talk about, well, we decided to pull the gun from, the business head related to the 125% plus tariffs, the fact remains we still have a 30% tariff on products from China. In fact, it's higher than that, 50 or 60% on steel and aluminum. So the point is the Smoot-Hawley tariffs, which caused a recession, were only 20%. So here we are, still in a world of uncertainty with a 30% tariff. Now, Mr. Ragland, do you know where Kalama, Washington is?
It's in the state of Washington,
Yes.
but I don't know specifically.
It just happens to be the second largest port for export of soybeans in the United States of America. So I pay attention to soybeans.
Yes.
I sure do. And the fact that the last Trump administration trade war, you were at 62% market share in China, competing with Brazil, and he plummeted you down to 18%. And then somehow you were going to get the Chinese to cooperate or do something, which they didn't. And guess what? You never recovered. 52%. You never got back to the 62% high because the trade war, as you said in your testimony, created havoc and uncertainty, and all that hard work of all you people going over and getting markets open, you never recovered. So why are we going to continue this trade war when we know what the results were last time? So now what I'm hearing, and you're verifying in your testimony, Mr. Isaacson, is that semiconductor costs are up. That's the input to building and manufacturing semiconductors. We worked hard, Senator Cornyn and I and many other people, to get that bill, the Chips and Science Act, done. We sure as heck, we also gave them a NEPA exemption. So we don't want semiconductor inputs to be more expensive. We don't want motor vehicle parts, which are now 9.3% more expensive, and computer and electronics. So you all talked about supply chain chaos today, and that's the point. I don't think somebody told the president our supply chain, even post his last administration, is so much more integrated today than it was before. And when you cause supply chain chaos, as you were saying, Mr. Isaacson, then it leaves us behind in the foot race when we should be opening up market share. So how many trade agreements has the world done in the last, since 2017? How many have our partners around the globe done? 90. 90 trade agreements. 90. How many did we do? One, we updated the USMCA. So I represent a very trade-dependent part of the United States of America. I support more trade. I support getting trade deals done. I don't support the disruption and chaos that this is causing. So, Mr. Isaacson, I have a question for you. You basically, well, first of all, Mr. Ragland, if we proceed with where we are, we don't get these tariffs off, will we lose farmers in America? Will we lose actual farmers in America?
Yes, that is a very harsh reality. The farm economy is struggling. I mean, I'm a younger farmer. I know farmers that have went out of business. There's bankruptcies taking place. I know older farmers who are choosing to leave the industry because of the limited economic opportunity. They don't want to lose what they've worked their whole lives for.
And so, Mr. Isaacson, you're saying that we should be going in the opposite direction, that we should be building alliances around semiconductor supply chains and development, and that would enhance the United States, because right now you're saying that serious harm is being caused to the semiconductor industry because of these tariffs.
Well, I think the first option is to build it here and strengthen the U.S. supply chain. But the fact of the matter is that it's a global supply chain, and that's a part of our strength as an industry, and therefore we should make sure we have secure access to key inputs from a diversity of trading partners around the world, and that is essential to our ability to innovate and compete globally.
And you're saying in your testimony we could even do this better with a bigger sectoral approach.
That's correct. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.